Hello and welcome to a Hearthstone Arena Run with commentary provided by yours truly, myself, Q2ABC. Now this time I think I'm going to go with the Hunter class just because I've kind of been avoiding playing Hunter and Arena. They're not really my cup of tea. Their cards have a lot of synergy with each other, a lot of their class cards, but I'd rather have cards that are just strong individually. But as long as you can get good neutral cards, it really doesn't matter what class you play. And so with that in mind, I'll start off with the Twilight Drake, the Yeti's bigger brother. I kind of get a little bit of not what I wanted to see here with the Frost Wolf Grunt, the Shield Bearer, and the Dalaran Mage. I think of the three, I gotta go with the Dalaran Mage just because he's a 1/4 with spell damage. I mean, Hunters don't have a lot of spell damage, but just the stats on them are more relevant. 1/4s can at least do something, maybe. At the very least, they're harder to kill. I'm not very pleased with that pick. Multi-shot is kind of the really best. It's probably my favorite. I don't do 100 drafts, but I think if I have a lot of multi-shots, I'll be happy with my deck. Now, Deadly Shot is another one that's pretty good, but Raging Organ is a pretty good minion. Not going to go with the Blood Cell Reader, even though this is a weapons class. I've been burned by the Raiders in the past. Never picked them without at least having some weapons first. 2/3s, vanilla 2/3s. Definitely not as good as either of these other two cards. I think I'm just gonna go with the Worgen here. The Deadly Shot is really good, but I'd rather just have the solid minion. And it's not just solid minion, it also prevents your opponents from playing a lot of minions. Ironbeak Owl is pretty solid in Hunter decks just because she is a beast. She goes up a lot in value for me over other decks. That said, I think it's still going to be the kill command here. Although the Timberwolf does have that amazing synergy with Unleash the Hounds, but I'm just going to take the Ironbeak Owl. It's a beast, it silences, I'm not sure what else I could want. Another Shield Bearer. I can't seem to escape the Shield Bearers this draft. Anyways, I do have an Ancient Brewmaster or Direwolf Alpha here. And Direwolf Alpha is a reasonably good beast, but I'm going to go with the Brewmaster. If I ever do get a Starving Buzzard, Brewmaster just combos slightly with Buzzards, but probably not. Usually the Buzzard dies the turn after you play it. You won't be able to afford Ancient Brewmastering minions is just too much mana. Master's pretty good, I think. Well, he's not great. A 4/3 for 4 is reasonably costed, but I think he's better than River Lisker for one verse here. So, if the only problem is this thing says a friendly beast, right? If it was a friendly minion, he'd be awesome, but for some reason, he only buffs beasts. Alright, now here's the choice, the Starving Buzzard or the Tundra Rhino. I think Tundra Rhino might be a little bit better. Nah, I gotta go with Starving Buzzard. Even though I don't have an Unleash the Hounds, it just combos with stuff. I'd rather probably pick up the Unleash the Hounds first, but I don't know. 2/5 charge for 5. Yeah, I know it's screwed. I'm going with the Rhino. A 2/5 charge for 5, even if you don't play any other beasts. That's about on par. There's the 2/4 or the 2/5 for 4. It's kind of the same thing. This guy is a bit more of a threat because it gives your other guys charge as well. The Dragonling mechanic over the 8 Oasis Snapjaw. I mean, I guess I'm not going to be happy about it, but I suppose I'll pick it. They're again pretty simple. The Snapjaw's a beast though. You know what? Screw it. I'm taking the beast. This wasn't a Hunter deck, I'd do it the other way around, but I'm just taking beasts for the sake of taking beasts, because those cards are really quite similar. Oh god, Bestial Wrath is kind of terrible, I think. Mountain Giant is not a lot better. It says the Captain is just a 3/3 for 3, which honestly might be better. They're all kind of equally terrible. It sucks when you get an epic and you're like, oh, I get an epic, that should be good. No, sometimes it's not good. Yeah, so Mountain Giants, you just can't play with Mountain Giants, they're so awkward. I mean, when you draw them, you've got no other cards in your hand, you can't even bloody play them. It should, maybe if it just cost 10 mana and it cost 1 one less for each card beyond 2 you had, then I might play it. So it always gave you at least 2 reduction, but if you had 3 plus, it was more. That way you could play it if it was the only card in your hand. Or if you had one other card in your hand. I think I'm just gonna go with the South Sea Captain, honestly. Bestial Wrath is just too likely to be a dead card. It's just a 3/3 for 3 is what I'm gonna take here. Hunter's Mark is not the greatest, but it's borderline playable. It costs no mana, so it gives you some card disadvantage, but at least it should give you some tempo, if nothing else. Then there's the Dread Corsair, which is just a 3/3 for 4. And there's the Raid Leader. I might actually end up going with the Raid Leader here. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Raid Leader. He's pretty bad, but at least he does something the turn you play him. Hopefully you play him just as sort of like a Shattered Sun Cleric, just to buff your minions up. He's kind of similar to Shattered Sun Cleric, really. I'll grab another Houndmaster, even though I don't have many Hounds still. Hunter's Mark versus Lord of the Arena. I think I'm going with, I don't really like Hunter's Mark. I don't have much expensive stuff yet. Lord of the Arena is a pretty terrible 6-drop, but I'd rather have a terrible 6-drop than a kind of irrelevant card. If I had some Wild Pyromancers, maybe that Hunter's Mark would go up in my evaluation. The Murloc. Nah, I don't feel like a Murloc today. Although, you know what? I really do need 2 drops. I'm already a third of the way through my draft. I only got 1 2-drop and it's silent. You know what? I'm just gonna, well, I gotta take the Callmaster. It's just so much better. Here I get the Yeti. I'm really overloading on 4 drops. Maybe I should have. I think I'll probably take the Arcane Shot here. I do like Unleash the Hounds. It is a pretty good card, but especially when you're so low on 2 drops, you really need to grab this cheap early removal, the efficient removal. Freezing Trap I can't say I like very much. It's probably going to be the Ogre Magi. Well, no. Normally it would be the Ogre Magi, but I'm just so overloaded on 4 drops, it's going to be the River Crocodile. Who is a beast, as it turns out, even though I don't think I've yet to get really much beast synergy other than the Houndmaster. So it could be a Shattered Sun Cleric, or another River Crocodile, and honestly, it might end up being the Crocodile, despite it being so terrible. No, I'm still gonna go with the Shattered Sun Cleric. She's just a lot better. And here's the Starving Buzzard. That's good, although I don't have an Unleash the Hounds to combo with her yet. I'm gonna take a Wolf Rider instead, but probably not. Starving Buzzard or Wolf Rider. Wolf Rider is probably a little bit better, but do I really want to try the combo play of drawing cards? Yeah, I've got enough 3 drops already. I'm just gonna grab the Buzzard. If I was a bit lighter on 3 drops, I might have been inclined to not do that. Gladiator's Longbow's the pick here. It's a bit expensive for a weapon, 7 mana weapon, but hopefully it'll let me stay in control of the later game. Eagle Horn Bow's quite good. I'll definitely take it up. Glad to have another weapon, even though I haven't. Hunter's the one class that I actually like a lot of the Hunter secrets, but I just haven't seen them yet. Anyway, Frostwolf Warlord is a card that I actually kind of like a lot. He's not the best in Hunter though, I guess. Does he work with my deck? I'm not really. I'm so light on 2 drops that odds are I'm not going to get very huge Frostwolf Warlords if you're not playing 2 drops consistently. Direwolf Alpha is a beast. It's not a very good one. And there's Stormwind Champion, who I think is going to end up being the pick here. Run up to the higher end of my curve. I already have a 7-drop, but it's a weapon, so I got a weapon at minion. Acidic Swamp Ooze. It's always awkward when you need 2 drops and you pick a Swamp Ooze, because you almost don't want to play him turn 2, but just think of him as the turn 2 play with potential upside if you play him later in the game. Another Starving Buzzard. Not taking the Timberwolf. So it's either Direwolf or the Starving Buzzard. Do I want more card draw or more buff up my minions? The Direwolf also is a reason. I'm gonna probably take the Direwolf here. Just because it's a reasonable turn 2 play more than anything. You really can't play Starving Buzzards on turn 2, but you can play Direwolves. Scavenging Hyena is honestly a pretty bad card. Every time my opponent plays it, it always dies before they play Beast. You have to play it on your turn when you're suiciding Beasts to buff it up the turn you play it. Seems like I never see anyone successfully doing that. I'll pick it anyway, see if I can do it. Sure, I'll grab and Unleash the Hounds. Why not? I've got 2 of the... No, I only got 1 Starving Buzzard. Thought I had 2. As big of a disparity as there is between my 4 and 5 drops, it doesn't change the fact that Yeti's still better than Booty Big Bodyguard, so it'll be a Yeti here. Kill Command is pretty good. Howmaster is pretty bad. It's either Kill Command or Deadly Shot. I think I like Deadly Shot just a little bit more. Now it's Kill Command or Arcane Shot. I'm not sure which of these hunter removal spells I like the most. I think I might like Arcane Shot a little bit more just because it's so mana efficient. And I don't have any other 1-drops with my other Arcane Shot. Savannah Highmane is quite good. So is Sunwalker, but I think Savannah Highmane is the better card. And Young Priestess I don't like, so I got Savannah Highmane at least. So here's my attempt at a hunter draft. Woefully lacking in 5 drops. Also a bit light on, well no, I'd say the right number, 6 and 7 drops, but my 5 drops really could be a bit more rounded out. And I got a lot of cards that are honestly not very good. Like the Direwolf and Dalaran Mage, for instance, Sea Captain, not sure why I ended up with him. But the game just did go into open beta, so hopefully that means that my first few matches should be easier, since there's some noobs. I may look like a noob with a deck like this, but at least hopefully I know how to play it half decently. Pretty underwhelming opening, and I'm tempted to keep the multi-shot just because it's so good. I'm gonna throw everything away just to hopefully get some better minions. The Dalaran Mage and the Owl, really not what I want to be playing. These ones are honestly worse though, so I'm gonna spot a trouble. I can start things off just by ending turn. Oh no. So I got both my weapons, so at least if I don't play a 2-drop, the Eagle Horn Bow kind of helps me catch up. It's a strictly worse Fiery War Axe for me. The Deadly Shot not going to do a whole lot. Seeing as there's nothing for it to kill, that guy's got 3 toughness. He's already coining up his guy. What's he got? Mirror Images. Mirror Images is kind of annoying. A Tauren Warrior is also kind of annoying just because it prevents me from killing the Mana Worm this turn. But at least I can take it out. Got my other Arcane Shot. And it's a good card just because it's really efficient, but it doesn't quite pack the punch that I need. I really need 3 damage cards right now. It only does 2. But hopefully I can kill some relevant things with it. If not, it's probably going to be a Brewmaster. Oh, he's freezing me. That's a bit of a bother just because I'm taking a lot of damage from his worm now. I think I'm going to play the Chillwind Yeti here instead of the Brewmaster. Actually, I'm going to play the Brewmaster. It's really not as good as the Yeti because it dies much easier to the Mana Worm. Or the Mana Worm plus the Fire Blast, whereas the Chillwind Yeti is a bit more resilient. But I'm just worried that if I don't play the Brewmaster first the next turn, I really won't have a play at all. And Brewmaster does trade with Ascension Shieldmaster, whereas the Yeti would not have, so I guess that worked out well for me. Guess I gotta play the Yeti here. So I've fallen very low and I'm against a mage and I've got no life gain. Which means that if he's got, or she, whoever this is, this person has fireballs, I am very dead. It's bad when you lose to just like a man worm, essentially. He just beat the shit out of me since I didn't play a 2-drop. Alright, so here I think I just dropped the Cult Master and trade with the guy and draw a card. Got an Unleash the Hounds, which I haven't played quite yet. So at least I'm starting to get beats back on my opponent. That's good. Although the minion I just killed was a stupid Azure Drake. Is it the Azure Drake? Yeah, the Azure Drake that just draws him a card when he plays it, so killing it didn't really accomplish much. Okay, he's fireballing my minions, that's good. Honestly, if he had more than one fireball, he could have thought about saving it, and I drew a card from the Cult Master. I think this must be a newer player, no offense, but he's making some suspicious, kind of questionable plays here. I'll drop the Savannah Highmane. She does survive a Flame Strike, and also she... maybe I should have Arcane Shot at the Mirror Image. I probably should have spent my mana to Arcane Shot that thing. Doubt I'll get much better use of Arcane Shot at this point, but we'll see.
They'll never know what...
Nightblade. Now I'm in Pyroblast range, it's worrisome. Alright, what the heck do I want to do here? I can Unleash the Hounds and multi-shot. That sounds like a tempting line of play.
I wonder.
Make sure I do the Hounds first. Not the best use of either card, really, but reasonably okay-ish. Drawing another card from the Cult Master. And I don't think I need to play the Crocolisk, I just need to get the damage in. And if I'm not dead, which I probably am, I should be able to win through. Thank God Pyroblast costs 10 mana instead of 8. You can see how it would make a difference this game. An 8 mana Pyroblast would have killed me there. Now we get to play what secret does the mage have? Is it Counterspell or the Redirect? It is not Counterspell or the Redirect. Is it Vaporize or Ice Armor? It is Ice Barrier! Hooray, it's Ice Barrier! Well, she has 16 health, and I cannot do 16 damage, can I? I can only do 10, 15... Oh wait, 10, 15... 10, 15, 17, lethal! Hooray for lethal! I also forgot the hand. Already attacked. That's why I forgot. So I managed to win. Hooray! Alright. I'm ditching the Iron Beak Owl. I think I might actually keep the Savannah Highmane because it really is that good. But can I afford to limit? No, as good as it is, I don't want to limit my turn 3, 4, and 5 plays that much by holding on to it. See, I get a Worgen instead, which should hopefully help me out. I'd really like to draw that Savannah Highmane back again, though. It's the kind of card that even though I threw it away, I want it back! Give it back! I just couldn't. I mean, as nice as it is to hold on to a good turn 6 card, just having cards in your hand that you can't play in your hand just limits your options so much. Play the Crocolisk. It's just a lousy 2-3, but at least it survives Loot Order unless he plays a Dire Wolf.
Reporting for duty.
If I play the Worgen, he can trade both things for the Worgen. I don't particularly like that. If I play the Bow, that doesn't seem right. I can play the Hyena and trade with the Loot Order. Then the Hyena will get buffed up, probably. Unless he's got like a Shattered Sun Cleric, in which case he trades with it. lot of options here. I think that I am just going to play the Worgen, the Wargus board, and I'm going to trade with Blue Order. So he can now tragically kill off my Crocolisk, and I'm not going to get the Tundra Rhino buff out of it. If he, I don't know, there's a lot of things that might make me regret that. 3 mana, what's the 3 mana? Abusive Sergeant?
We must
No,
cleanse
Shadow's
the
Fire.
Sunwell.
Okay, there's no real point in doing that though. I kind of want my Worgen to live, so I'm tempted to just play the bow here. Yeah, I don't want my Worgen to die. I'll drop the bow. Keep the Worgen on the table. I'm actually going to draw a card from Starving Buzzard. Hurrah! Divine Shield. It's bothersome. I think I'm going to kill this Divine Shield guy. The only real question is, do I want to do it with Arcane Shot or with a Rhino? And the answer is I want to do it with Arcane Shot. Drop the Drake, and pop the shield off. That Guardian card, it's not a good card in general, but it got pretty good value against me there, although the 3-1 with Divine Shield would have similarly gotten the same value out of me. The main reason people don't like that card is I think that just the 3-1 for 3 is so much better than a 3-3 for 4.
Let me think.
It's a world of difference between the two. Did he just do nothing on turn 5? Is that a mistake? What's going on here? Well, the Direwolf is a beast, so I'm gonna get blown out by Consecrate here. But that's okay. I don't mind getting blown out by Consecrate. It's not even that much of a blowout, to be perfectly honest. Because 2 of the minions I'm playing draw me a card when I play them. So yeah, you can kill all 3 of the minions I played this turn with a Consecrate, but I drew 2 cards for playing them. And if he does Consecrate, then my my Worgen is enraged. And my Twilight Drake still lives. So unless he does some other stuff, he may just die on the next turn, because I can do 15 damage with the charging Rhino. A Sunwalker perhaps is what he has? Not entirely certain. He's in some trouble, no matter what. Okay, true Silver Champion, that's not bad. I wonder who's going to take out the Wolf in the middle. That'll buff up the guy on the far side though. Okay, he goes for the Worgen. So he's at 13, and I do indeed have lethal. Ooh, with yeah, super lethal, may as well have played out. I have tons of damage. GG. Well, I think I'm gonna kill the keep the Yeti, because Yetis are awesome. The rest of it I need to mulligan away. Yeti's one of the few 4-drops I'll keep. And I have another Yeti, the Yeti Brothers. There's nothing bad with having 2 of a good card when you're on the play, because you can always coin into one of them a turn early and play the second one on the proper turn when you're supposed to. Can't play the Starving Buzzard just because the rogue can hero power it so easily. I'm honestly having a pretty poor start here. It's good though that the rogue had to use his hero power anyways instead of like playing some kind of a minion. Hopefully the Yetis can have me come back in this game, because I'm starting off pretty far behind. Raid Leader, that's a bothersome card. The time of the Yetis is, oh, well, I could unleash the Hounds, and Starving Buzzard unleash the Hounds. It's honestly pretty tempting. I can do that later though, when he's probably got more minions, let's be honest. Don't need to jump on a chance to get a 2-minion. Starving Buzzard, Unleash the Hounds off that you even have to coin to get. I don't even need cards that much either, since my early gameplay was so slow. I didn't play cards on turn 1 or 2, meaning I've got a few of them in my hand. Shivs me. Alright. He's working on taking down the Yeti. He only uses a card to kill the Yeti, which I don't like, but the Yeti still put me in a slightly more favorable position than I was pre-Yeti. And now post-Yeti, it's another Yeti. Yet again, I play the Yeti. Spiteful Smith is a bit annoying to deal with. Unfortunately, Yeti's not a beast, so I can't buff him up. I need to do 6 damage to that minion if I want to kill it, which I really can't do. Maybe the Rhino here, and just take out the raid leader with the Rhino is the play. So we can finish the raid leader off with his Smith if he really wants to. But the Rhino's already traded me for 1 minion. Oh dear. Assassin's Blade. Well, probably, well, definitely the acidic swamp ooze, I guess. Gotta take out that weapon.
I will be your death.
And just not sure if I want to play the Houndmaster or the Worgen or what. The Houndmaster wastes the battle cry, but am I going to get any use out of the battle cry? Play the Worgen. I think I'm going to play the Houndmaster. Probably should have played the Worgen though. I really wish you'd 1 more minion on the table. Alright, well it looks like it's going to be time to play my Unleash the Hounds. Only getting a couple cards from him, but that's okay.
Well played.
Probably gonna Arcane Shot the 4-2. Take out this one. Just Hero Power. So we're both pretty low, but usually the both people low thing favors the Hunter. And I do have a Gladiator's Longbow to maintain control of this game, plus a Deadly Shot, both of which are pretty handy. Go ahead and kill my Buzzard. At least I hope he, for his sake, that he kills my Buzzard. Buzzard has been slain. Did Unleash the Hounds free? No, they're not free. I think I'm gonna Deadly Shot here. Phase Worgen. Hero Power. Still keeping this longbow on hand. I would like to finish him off with the longbow, but I'm probably not going to be able to. Probably going to have to kill minions with it instead. Lots of minions. Choices. My Worgen can actually take out 2 of those minions. Or I could just take out 1 attack and then return it to my hand. That sounds pretty tempting. Take out a minion, hit you, and I will rest you. It's a bit too card inefficient, if anything, though. Maybe just play this OC Captain afterwards. Nah, I'm gonna play the Warrior instead. Pretty close to lethal, given that I've got the weapon in my hand. Not quite there yet. Oh, I just got lethal. If he can't kill my 5/4, he's a dead man. He's a dead man. The bow is 5 damage, the band is 5 damage, and then the hero power is the last 2 damage that I need.
Another round?
Kabing! Another win with my pretty bad deck. Alright, throw away the Rhino, but the Shot and the Cleric both pretty reasonable. Yeah, definitely not the 2-drop that you want, but sometimes it's the 2-drop that you get. You get to silence anything with this Owl, have I? My opponents, honestly, to this point, they've just not been very strong showings. They haven't really played anything that's like, oh geez, I need to silence that really threatening minion. It's just, they kind of die, and not that my deck's much better. I think this whole, the open beta thing definitely has put a few new players into the game, at least it seems that way from this arena run. This deck did not feel like it would win 3 in a row, but now that I am 3-0, I can expect to start losing, I would imagine. At some point, you have to start reaching the people who actually aren't the new open beta people, and I figure once you're at 3 wins, that should be the time where you're now playing the reasonable people. I think I'm still a reasonable person, though. I shouldn't just auto-lose to these people, but I wouldn't expect to get another 3 wins straight and go to 6-0. That would definitely surprise me. I think I'm gonna finish at 5 would be my prediction. I think my win rate here is just a little bit less than 50% now. Alright, well, the Paladin, you guys got nothing. Like I said, you play this guy when you've got a beast that's gonna die. So first I'm gonna play the beast, but hopefully it's not gonna die. If he plays a 2-3, then I'll just trade with it. I think we just Arcane Shot it. Too bad this says friendly beast. It'd be really cool if it just said whenever a beast dies. It'd be a much cooler card. Suppose I also got the Shattered Sun Cleric. Leper Gnome. That Leper Gnome is late to the party, sir. Well, I could play the Hyena and Arcane Shot his gnome. Play the Hyena and trade with his gnome. I could play the Shattered Sun Cleric and trade with the gnome. I think I like the Hyena. And just trading. Keep the Arcane Shot. Can use it next turn with the Cleric and the Arcane Shot as well. I'll have a leftover mana that I may want to use. Glad to see the bow in my hand. It helped me win the last game. That really did 5 damage. It was essentially a really expensive Mind Blast, but it could have done something different. It was a versatile Mind Blast. Well, I think it's gonna have to be the Cleric and the Arcane Shot to take that guy out.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Buffs up my other guy, and he can swing. So we both used 2 cards at this point. He's used a Shield Master and a Leper Gnome, and I have killed those with my Arcane Shot and my Marsh Crocodile. But I'm left with something on the board, because I went first, and that's just kind of the way the game works sometimes. Ah, he hammers a Wrath my beast. Well, I did get to buff my beast up once. My hand's honestly pretty bad, though I hope I draw a good minion. Well, that's a good minion, but it's 1 too many mana. That's unfortunate. I don't really want to play the Iron Beak Owl, just onto the M4. I'm gonna do nothing. That's okay. Hopefully I can do alright, because Savannah High Main's awesome, and Gladiator's Longbow is pretty awesome too. But without anything on the board, like there's a big difference between if I played those cards while having a board, I'd be in a fantastic position. I'd almost certainly win. But playing them on essentially what's almost an empty board is they're not going to do a whole lot. Hopefully they can make the board favorable to me. But it's usually better to make an already board even more favorable. That usually creates the swing you need just to end the game. I don't need to silence that guy. It's a pretty poor use of silence, honestly, but since I got a Worgen, I might do it. Yeah. I'm gonna silence your shield off. That's honestly, like I said, a bad use of silence, but I'm gonna save the Arcane Shot still. I may even Arcane Shot my Raging Worgen to be absolutely insane. Probably not, though. Probably use my weapon on that. I am starting to take him pretty low, depending on if he's got Guardians of Kings or not. If he has those, then he can stabilize. If not, he's in the Hunter or Danger range. I'm going to start doing 2 damage a turn, and he's not going to last very long at that rate.
What you looking at?
Well, I think I want to remove his big minion. Didn't have lethal. Well, he had 10, 12, 14. I could have just honestly, maybe I should have just taken him into the near lethal range. Now it's just a question whether I want to play the Buzzard and the Snapjaw, or just the High Main, and I think my answer is that I would like to just play this man High Main. So I could have taken him down to 2 life, which would have given me lethal on the subsequent turn, but then if he played a Guardian of Kings, he could have started trading favorably with my minions, and it would have been disastrous. Foreign Warrior, well, that's actually not very good because my Worgen trades with that and gets enraged. Or he doesn't trade, he kills it and gets enraged.
Reporting for duty.
My High Main? The High Main's honestly not the deadliest thing I have. The Worgen's what he really needs to look out for. So I don't think I have lethal because he neutered my Worgen. I got what, 4, 6, 7 damage, 10. I don't have lethal because he gained some life and neutered my Worgen, but I'm gonna play some minions here. Draw my card. It's a Houndmaster, which unfortunately I don't have enough mana for. So I could kill his guy with the bow, which is kind of tempting, but I wanna. Do I want to enrage my Worgen? The problem with enraging is it dies to consecrate if I enrage it, right? But I'm gonna do it. The Worgen has been enraged, the High Main's trading 1. And we're just gonna hero power, I think. Even if he consecrates me, I should be perfectly fine here, because I'll have 3 damage from my beasts. The Houndmaster can buff that up to 5 damage, the bow makes it 8, the hero power makes it 10. So my Snapjaw and my High Main combined can give me lethal with the stuff I have in my hand, even if I do lose the other 3 1 health minions I've got here. And obviously, I keep the 3 1 health minions. Oh boy, is he ever in trouble. I predict that he plays something stupid like a Ysera. People always seem to be playing turn 9 Yseras against me and then losing the game immediately after. He's trying to puzzle his way out of this one. Again, this is his opponent. It looks like he wasn't a very experienced player. I'm judging him because he played that Holy Light card, Humility's not that great either, but there are situations in which I'll take humility if the rest of my cards are really bad. But the heal card, Holy Light or whatever it was, that is just terrible. I mean, it might make you lose a turn later, but it's not going to make you win. Because usually when you're losing, it's because you've got absolutely no board control and your opponent's got a ton of minions and you've got nothing. And just healing won't change that problem. Equality Consecrate? Oh dear. I didn't really consider that possibility. Equality Guardian Kings. How much damage? 5 damage, 10 damage, lots of damage. That's not a beast. One of these things is a beast. And I don't even need to use the Hero Power. GG. This is actually a pretty good opening hand. I think I'm going to keep every card in it. I mean, the Crocolisk is certainly not the ideal 2-drop, but anytime you can curve out like this, I'm a happy camper. And with an Arcane Shot just for a little bit of removal help if I need it. Might even play the Starving Buzzard on turn 2. Not if he coins into something though. The Loot Order. Well, the Crocolisk can trade with the Loot Order and live, so no worries there. See what his follow-up is. So his follow-up's only just summoning a little dorky minion. Oh, he's gonna trade with me. I'm probably gonna buff my guy up with Shattered Sun Cleric, and just a question of do I want to trade back? If he's got a Shattered Sun Cleric, I have to. If he doesn't, then it's 3 free damage if I don't.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
3 free damage at the risk of Shattered Sun Cleric. I'm doing it. See if I get rewarded for my greed or punished today. Sometimes I like to do things I know are greedy just because it's dramatic.
Get in there and fight.
Abusive Sergeant, that works to punish me as well. A bit less likely than Abusive Sergeant though, or than Shattered Sun Cleric. I did, like I thought of Abusive Sergeant too, but I didn't think it was that likely. I think I'm just gonna eat his recruit and recycle my Shattered Sun Cleric. Not the best in terms of having a big effect on the board there. All I did was kill a 1-1 and play a 4-4, but oh well. Hammer of Wrath doesn't actually kill my guy, so I'm happy about that. Alright. Probably going to be the Rhino here. Hopefully he can live another turn, and if he does, I've got a really strong play on my next turn. I can play the Hyena, the Owl, and the Buzzard, not in that order, the other order. Which would draw me some cards and do really good stuff. Don't kill my guy, don't kill my guy. Yay! The only bad news is the Owl forces you to silence someone, and there's nothing for me to silence except my own minions, and they all have relevant abilities. Kinda sucks.
I wonder.
I think I'm gonna have to do it anyways. Doing it in this order. So I choose who I want to silence. It's either the charge guy or the guy that gets bigger. And I think it's gonna be the charge guy.
That's not a valid target. I can't do that. Job's done.
So this guy doesn't get to have charge. Because he took it away from himself. It's kinda silly. If he's got Consecrate, it would have been better to take it away from this guy. Oh well. the guy that was gonna get mind controlled at least. That's something. And I've still even got more beasts for the ultimate in Starving Buzzard value. The Divine Shield guy is gonna be an annoyance though. Maybe I should just get aggressive here and try to close this game out because I've got this raid leader. I think that's what I'm gonna do.
Handle it!
Kind of tempted to run the 3/3 in the mind control tech here. Does it make sense? It gives my guy +2/+1. So I'm just gonna go out of the face here. Thanks my hero power.
Already attacked.
Kind of banking on him not having life gain. I've actually got lethal. The bow and the arcane shot and the mage and the hero power. I can do what? 3, 6, 8 damage. So any kind of life gain in these games the lethal. But it looks like he doesn't have a consecrate.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Your magic shall not save you.
Doesn't look like I need to do anything with the hero power alone. You don't have to get the lethal here.
Well played.
These cards are really awkward. They're just not what I want. The Buzzard would be really good if I knew he wasn't going to do anything on turn 1, but I'm just going to throw them away. I don't know, I was kind of tempted to keep the Buzzard or the Scavenging Beast, but these guys are actually really good. The Use is one that you almost don't want to play turn 2 against a Hunter, but I think I might do it anyways. The Hunter weapons, they're higher rarity. I mean, the Eagle Horn Bow is a rare, and the Gladiator's Longbow is an epic. So even though I've got them, he may not have them. But even though that's the case, I think I'm still going to play the Direwolf here, just to keep my options open. I was going to play the bow, but I think just playing the Shattered Sinclair and trading should be a better choice. Card I've drawn. You have to be careful not to get too low against Hunters. They're really good at just whittling you down throughout mid-game with their hero power, if you let them.
Ready to ride.
Looks like he is the very, very aggro style of Hunter. What would I like to do here? Probably trade my Direwolf for his guy, but first I will attack this guy. I could just try to race him. Do I honestly think that I can win a race? Probably can, honestly. You know what, screw him. He wants to go to my face, I'll go to his face. I'm playing minions faster than he is. And I've got to Unleash the Hounds. You want to race? I'll race. Bring it on, Hunter boy. Bring it on. Obviously this is terrible if he's got Explosive Shot. Not terrible, but awkward. Or Unleash the Hounds makes it a bit awkward as well. But if he goes to my face with the Unleash the Hounds, then our Unleash the Hounds effectively cancel each other out. It looks like he's going to trade with his Unleash the Hounds. Bother. Well, I think I want to play my own Unleash the Hounds here. Hero power plus arcane shot to the face is kind of hyper aggressive. Fuse is really good if he just doesn't have a weapon. I think the time for the use is upon me. It's a race. His Unleash the Hounds really kicked my ass. Mine in turn didn't do much.
Do you need a blessing?
Okay, so he's got a secret. I forget what all the hunter secrets are. There's so many. There's snipe. There's the explosive trap, which means you should trade first if you're going to trade. Yeah, I think I just run my guy in. Oh, it's snake trap. Oh, balls. Just means what I did was terrible. I didn't attack his minion. Probably could have won, but I was not predicting the snake trap. I was predicting the explosive shot or trap, whichever one. They're both cards. The trap, I think, is the one I'm talking about. Oh golly, he's even got a Houndmaster to buff up his guy, and he's got taunt, etc., etc. He's thinking about trading with my guy or hitting me. He's thinking hard. I don't have any more Unleash the Hound, so he can really get away with hitting me. I don't have any explosive shots either, or explosive traps. Looks like I'm pretty dead. Well, I can arcane shot his snake with the help of Dallarani guy. I think that makes sense.
Master of magic.
I can do 7, I can do 10 damage. But I think I have to take out this guy. That. Let's see. If I take 2 damage, I'll be down at 2 life. A Stiff Breeze will kill me. I think I just need to get as much damage in on him as I can and disregard my personal safety. So a pretty close game. I could have even taken him, what, 3 damage lower? Could have taken him to 5 health. His Unleash the Hounds kicked my butt. He's probably got a kill command, I would guess. Oh no, a secret. Well, explosive shot doesn't actually kill my minion. He could somehow return it to my hand, which would mean that I need to play the explosive shot just kills me because I'm in 2 life. Damn it, I had to trade with one of his minions, didn't I? If I traded with one of his minions, I would have done 4 less damage. He'd be at 12. I had 4, 7. I don't think I'm lethal if I did that, is the problem. I needed the damage to get him into range of lethal. Oh well. Well, these cards are all actually pretty good, but they're not 2-drops. The Houndmaster's definitely going. The Cult Master probably as well. The multi-shot in the Cleric I might actually end up keeping. Alright. The Silence Owl. I'm kind of disappointed about that last game. I decided to try and be aggressive and race him, then I got Unleash the Hounds, and I lost the race. It was still a pretty close race, though. If he didn't have Unleash the Hounds, I probably would have done okay, but I just got overcommitted just a little bit. Well, the Wolf I can't really play because the 2-3 kills it. Same thing with the Owl. I could do nothing, or I could Hero Power, or I could coin into something. I think I'm just going to Hero Power. Maybe coin into a multi-shot on my next turn if he plays a threatening type kind of minion that I don't like the look of.
Put this apple on your head.
Yeah, Knife Juggler. I don't like the look of Knife Juggler. Take your knife juggler. Go to heck. That was a 2 for 2 though. I'd use my coin to do it, but usually your coin is worth a card. But I didn't manage to get any time advantage out of it. Now he's got a Yeti. I got Yetis in my deck, not in my hand though. I'm gonna have to play the Pseudo Yeti, the card that thinks he's a Yeti, but he's just not a Yeti. He's a good answer to the Yeti. So our Yetis trade. He's got a Harvest Golem. I wish I had Harvest Golems. I've got owls that can silence them. Maybe silence his guy and play my bow. Seems like the strongest play. Take out the 2/3 just because I don't want it to kill my owl. I suppose this hero will kill my owl anyways. But that makes him spend mana at least. Looks like he gets my weapon, but that's okay. Could unleash the hounds him. The hounds would indeed kill his guys. Buff up the Dalaran Mage with my Shattered Sun Cleric. That seems reasonable-ish.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Oh, I think my hand just bugged out. No hand, no! Why are you bugged? Why are you bugged? This card's supposed to be over here. Oh. You're supposed to be over here. I think it's actually not bugged. I think this is a bug where it only looks bugged. We'll see where my next character goes though. Ah, he silenced me. Having some trouble this game, just can't quite get board control. Well, so my hand did decide to bug out after all. There's the Arcane Shot that I would like to play with the Dalaran Mage, who is unfortunately very, very dead. Arcane Shot and they unleash the hounds. Yes, that seems reasonable. So my hand looks buggy as hell, but at least I'm not having much trouble selecting the cards I want.
Truth is my shield.
Don't think I can win this game. I think I've reached an unwinnable position. Looks like top deck maybe a kill random minion thing. Oh, there's the buzzard. Shows up late to the party.
The pirate's code.
I'm not gonna play the buzzard. I am quite boned here. No way I can beat a druid in the late game when he's got more cards than me and more board than me. And I'm assuming his deck is way better in the late game than mine. It'd be hard for it not to be. So I'm just drawing out my suffering here. Well, with the Houndmaster, it's almost worth it to play this bloody card that won't even draw me a card. I should really just forfeit. That's what I'm doing. I can't get Unleash the Hounds. I already played my only Unleash the Hounds. There's no explosive shots in my deck. Those would be good to come back from this situation. There's really nothing I can do to turn this game around. Just to get a River Crocodilus. That's all I really wanted. Just top deck a beast. There. That is... I did some damage. As long as you can still do damage. Never give up until you can't damage your opponent anymore. And when you're a hunter, that essentially means never give up. I can do a damage to you every turn, buddy. And there's nothing you can do to stop it. If you don't kill me in 20 turns, you're gonna lose. But somehow I think he's gonna kill me within 20 turns. Probably trade with my Houndmaster. Yep. This question wants to use his hero power. It's like, nope. He's got a lousy Twilight Drake. My opponent's got lethal now, so I probably would be conceding here. Oh dear, the Gladiator's longbow. That means I have to continue suffering.
I hunt alone.
So I prevent lethal for one more turn, but there really is nothing I can draw on my next turn to save me, I don't think. One life, it's nothing, nothing. I can draw cards that save me when I'm at one life. Looks like he's got me dead to rights. Well, my beasts of charge.
Hunt alone. Well played.
I got him down to 10.
Well played.
That's not that bad. If only my last card was a 3-mana spell that did 10 damage. Alright. Unleash the Hounds, not feeling it. The Mage, not feeling it. Cleric I'll keep. So I'm at 5 and 2 right now. And if you remember, my prediction after I was 3 and 0 was that I'd end up going 5 and 3. And it looks like I'm on track for that prediction if I lose this game. Which I obviously don't want to. But it's win-win. If I win, I win, and if I lose, my prediction's right. So, no matter what, I'm a winner. Crocodilus, that's good. See if it gets reduced to 1 health. Nope. Crocodilus buffed up by Shattered Sun Cleric can trade with almost anything.
Reporting for duty.
I play this OC Captain, we'll see. I'm gonna run into this guy, he'll probably get redirected. Yeah, and now because I got redirected, I think I want to buff my guy up, just so he doesn't die.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Although if that wasn't that card, if it was the other secrets, which is ridiculously unlikely, I would have played this OC Captain instead. But I mean, it's gonna be that, a noble sacrifice. Once you're up to like a reasonable number of wins, when you start facing, you know, the better opponents, they're going to be playing noble sacrifice, not the other secrets. Well, I think I'm going to play Oasis Snapjaw of all cards here. And I'm just going to trade with both of his minions, because they don't want his 1-1 to finish off my 3-1. So he can consecrate me if he feels like it. My minions have already done their job though. They're brave and noble warriors. We've seen glorious battle and live to tell the tale. Drop my Worgen here. Just trade away. Well, it's hard to say who's got more value here. This guy's good if I can panda her back to my hand, and this guy's good if I ever get the guy that gets buffed out when beasts die. And of the two, I think it's more likely that I'll get the guy that gets buffed out when beasts die. So I'll keep my beast alive. Just in case I hypothetically draw that card. And now he's in the position where he can't consecrate me. Well, he can, but he can buff up my 3-3. So he's looks like he's gonna eat the 3/3. That's fine. I've got my 2 best cards in my hand, so I'm hoping I can win this one. I'm in about as good as position as I could hope to be in, I think. Can't see anything that really could have gone much better for me this game. If he can beat me, it just means, like, if he can beat me this game, I bet he could beat me 9 games out of 10. That's what I'm trying to say. What's he gonna kill? The turtle? The turtle. He couldn't resist the lure of doing 4 damage to things with 4 life, even though the crocodile was in a way more threatening.
Reporting for duty.
Did I say that right? Was more threatening in a way? Whatever. I can give my guy taunt. Seems good. Sure. He still dies to the weapon. I think I'm just gonna go to the face here. 5 damage is a lot. I wouldn't be surprised at all by a Guardian of Kings here, though. Or even a Consecrate. The time is coming for the Consecration to be a very relevant play for him.
Your magic shall
He
not
silences
save
me. And humility as well. Alright. Well, he stopped the bleeding. For now, at least. For now. Why would he kill the 3/3 instead of the 4/3? That just doesn't make sense. Unless he's gonna kill the 4/3 as well.
Reporting for duty.
I, sir, have lethal. You are dead. He said too much stuff, he couldn't deal with all of it. I barely played Stormwind Champion at all, have I? I'm almost tempted to keep the Cult Master. It's a pretty good card, especially in this hand. It kind of fits, but nah. Let's see if I can get a 3-drop instead. Well, Cult Master really was pretty reasonable. The Mage, I almost wish I had the Cult Master back, but oh well. Definitely coining into the Crocolisk here. And it can obviously be killed with a Frostbolt, which is, there's probably like, I'd say less than 50% chance. I give this guy a 40% chance of getting Frostbolted. Even less than that, 35%. I'll be upset if it happens. But Frostbolt is a really good card. Just pinging him, that's kind of interesting. Because what's the follow-up to the ping going to be? Sussy Captain's a reasonable draw. Just my 3/3 for 3. Do I even have any other pirates? I don't think I do. If I do, I've forgotten about them. What are the other pirates? There's the Weapon Pirate, there's the Taunt Pirate, there's the Charge Pirate. I don't think I've got any of them, really. He's really hero blasting my guy to death. It's kind of strange. Really gonna Fire Blast a Crocolisk 3 times? I've never seen that happen before. He spent 6 mana to kill the Crocolisk. That really set him back. Tragically, Ancient Brewmaster is a useless card in this situation. But he has 5 power, but I'm not gonna play him. My other 2 cards combined are also 5 power, so he doesn't really add any power to the board. Could unleash the hounds here, and then multi-shot. Don't have enough mana for both, do I? Just the unleash the hounds is pretty tempting, though. that guy.
Scurvy dog.
This guy. This guy. And this guy. So I went second, so I don't have to worry about coin into Flame Strike. But the turn after this, the odds of me getting Flame Striked are like 99 million to 1 in favor of it happening. The Flame Strike is upon me. Oh, my control deck. That's somewhat irritating because I needed that guy's spell power to kill him. I want that spell power back so I can kill you, you bastard. Ah, well. Both things are worth multi-shotting, so I'll probably multi-shot. Well, actually, you know what? Before multi-shotting, I'm gonna kill the weaker guy just to get the multi-shot I want. I want this multi-shot. He can still flame strike me, but it'd be pretty bad flame strike at this point. I can just kill the little one with a fire blast. He's fire blasting me non-stop. But I am getting her quite low, and I'm still at high health. Ooh, Divine Shield. That puts a bit of a slowdown in my plans. Well, this guy's actually a beast. So the Houndmaster buffs him up. So because the Houndmaster buffs him up, and because this guy's only 1 life, I think I'd rather keep the 2/4 alive. So I'm gonna run this guy into the Divine Shield and play my weapon to finish him off. So I could have had the 3/1 instead, which would have meant 1 more damage that very turn, but I think that it just would have died this turn and it wouldn't have gotten to live, whereas this guy will get to live and he'll also get buffed up by the Houndmaster. So it's more effective play.
My shield for Argus.
7 health taunted water elemental, that's a bothersome play for him to make. So if I play the Houndmaster, my frozen guy at least lives. That seems pretty important. I like my guy to live. Live, turtle guy, live! I do want to kill his stupid taunt guy. I'm immune, so I don't get frozen for whatever that's worth, which honestly isn't much. So I could return either minion to my hand, or I could just play the Yeti. The problem is he's in Flame Strike plus Fire Blast range. If I play the Yeti, he can straight up clear my board. I think I want to play the Ooze and Hero Power here. Operation Hero Power every turn. Because even if he starts wiping my board, I don't think he can come back and kill me before I'll kill him unless he starts gaining some life. I don't have lethal, unfortunately. I made a play that's not the best in terms of establishing lethal. I've only got 9 damage, which is awkward, but hey. I almost don't even want to trade. Oh, guy that gives me charge. That gives me lethal. I guess I was wrong about finishing at 5 wins because I'm up to 7. Hurrah.
Well played.
Alright, so the Yeti's a keeper, but the rest sucks. And I'm really surprised I got to, well, my voice kinda cracked, that I got 7 wins there, because I'm pretty sure this is my first ever Hunter Arena run. And if it's not my first, it's definitely my second, but I'm pretty sure it's my first. I just haven't really played Hunter, because people said it was the worst class for the longest time. And then they changed Unleash the Hounds. And I started thinking, yeah, maybe I should try Hunter. So I finally got around to it, with the new Unleash the Hounds. And the new Unleash the Hounds is pretty fun. One of my losses was because I underestimated it against another hunter and he killed me with it. But yeah, I really don't think this is a very strong hunter deck that I've drafted, so I'm surprised that I got 7 wins, even though I don't think hunter is necessarily a bad class anymore. I still think this is a pretty bad deck. And a bad draw for me, honestly, as well. This hand, Starving Buzzard he's such a utility card. He's interesting because he's a 2-mana card that you just can't play on turn 2 because he's at 1 health. He would be so much better if he had 2 health. So much better. Like the hugest buff. As it is, you just can't play him though because you just get pinged or eaten by a druid or eaten by a rogue or goodness knows what. Or if the paladin went first, he'd get traded with by the paladin group potentially, although that one's less likely. Well, probably just something better. The Acolyte of Pain. Well, I think I just have, I guess, Deadly Shot. Do I really want a Deadly? Would I rather give him the card or use the Deadly Shot and kill the minion without giving? I think I don't want to give him the card. No card for you. Just get out of here. For a second, I thought he drew a card, but that was just the card he was drawing for his turn. So I dealt with the Acolyte of Pain reasonably well, but my opponent still's got a bit of tempo on me because he used the coin to make a play before I could respond to it because I had no turn to play myself. But the good news about only playing 1 card before turn 4 is it means you get to play a really good Twilight Drake. Yay, my really good Twilight Drake. I haven't played the Twilight Drake much in many of my games either, which is a bit surprising because it's nice. It's a good card. You could also play the Eagle Horn Bow, but it doesn't strike me as being that strong a play. I just want to play the Twilight Drake right now. She'll probably get fireballed. That's usually what happens when I play 4/6 Twilight Drakes. The mage says a 4/6, eh? I have just the card for that. Well, Polymorph this time. Polymorph is a bit better for me than if it were Fireball. I can Arcane Shot his guy and probably play the Value Yeti. Definitely seems like the play here. That's why Arcane Shot is so good, because it only costs 1 mana. So you can sneak in a really good play, and then with that 1 leftover mana, you take out a minion. 1 mana removal is awesome. Obviously it's pretty situational, so it only does 2 damage, but hey. Can't win them all. Raid Leader and Shattered Sun Cleric? Absolutely. Stormwind Yeti, you say? It's impossible for Yeti to trade with that guy? Ha! My Yeti can kill a Ventrico. That's just how good my Yetis are. They trade with Ventrico mercenaries. Kinda out of gas though. And the big difference between this game and my last game against the mage is I haven't actually managed to do really any damage at all to my mage opponent. So she's in a fine position here. Ah, fuck. I can't play the Stormwind champion and trade with his Sunwalker because my lady would be back to being too weak to kill her. She's a wall. She is that Sunwalker. He set a wall before me. I think I just play Stormwind champion to pass the turn. Seems like it's a terrible play, but I'm doing it. Flame Strike makes me regret it immensely, obviously. But I feel that I'm losing by a lot, and I kind of need to be greedy if I'm going to have any chance of win, so. Alright, Fireball. So I'm kind of right back to square one on that one. He just removed my minion, and now he's going to pop the shield off with the stronger minion as opposed to the weaker minion. Although it doesn't matter a lot because either of them has the 5 damage I need to finish it off. Alright. So now I have to take that guy out. And play the Yeti. I haven't been hero powering as much as I probably should have been. Desperately been trying to play some minions, but just not really working out for me. Oh, and I should play Shield Master. I've used pretty much all my ways to buff my Yeti up to where you could trade with that, and a Water Elemental. This is not going to be a game that I win. Well, so I can give my Buzzard +2/+2 and Taunt. So it's a Super Buzzard. But unfortunately my Super Buzzard still just dies to the Water Elemental. Play the Worgen. I got nothing in my hand. She flame strikes me, I'll probably just concede. Nah, I won't concede, I'm a fibber. I don't give up that easy, even though it's completely hopeless. Arcane missiles, hopefully it doesn't kill my Yeti. So he ranges my Worgen. Well, he did one to the Yeti, which brings it into Fire Blast range. If he had just done one to the Yeti and then two to me, though, that would have been pretty great. Looks like he's gonna polymorph my Yeti. Oh dear. Well, the Direwolf is a kind of relevant draw because it at least lets my sheep kill a mirror image. Yeah, I just haven't done enough damage to the mage this game. Unless her cards are all really bad, I suppose I still haven't played my Savannah Highmane or my Gladiator's Longbow. My two best cards are still in my deck. So I've got that glimmer of hope at least. Bloody hell, he buffs his lady up to where she can... Well, actually, that doesn't make that much of a difference, does it? Oh yeah, it does, because she survives the wolf now. That's why I was mad about it. Alright. So, this guy can't trade with anything and live. This guy can trade with something and live. Or I could just say YOLO and go to the face and let my opponent trade with me. If I do that, he'll kill this guy with his bigger elemental. And I'd probably rather that this guy trade with the water elemental first, eh? Yeah, I think I am going to make this trade. But not the other trade. Maybe I should have made the other trade though, because he's probably just going to freeze my guy and then attack it again on the next turn. Yeah, I should have made the other trade as well. My Rhino's not going to be... I thought that for some reason he'd attack my guy with both his minions, but there's no way in hell he's going to do that. He's going to kill it super efficiently. He's going to ping it with his hero power, and he's going to kill my Crocolisk with the water elemental. I missed my chance to kill that stupid elf. Shadows on Cleric. Well, I had the chance. I think I still my multi-shot as well, though. Shadows on Cleric should be dead. Should have done 6 damage to me. I'm terrible. I almost want to be greedy with the Unleash the Hounds. Nah, I'm gonna play it. I don't think my opponent's gonna play more minions, so it could be an empty board. I could have killed this lady. Maybe I could have won this game if I had made that trade, eh? Really depends what my opponent has in her hand when she's holding back. I'm not sure what it can be. Molten Giants, maybe? Be my guess, if anything. Argent Commanders. And pretty boned at this point. This is the no recovery position. My opponent does indeed have lethal. I guess I gotta play the taunt guy. I can't just give up that easily.
Well played.
But it sounds like she's got a Pyro Blast or something. Sheep. They were well played. Well, that's the tragic end of my ring run. So the one mistake not trading with Shadows, I don't think it honestly mattered. I was just kind of being desperate there and doing silly things. Sometimes that's what I do when I don't know how to win the game. When I'm in a position I'm like, there's no way I can win this game. I just do random things that I don't think make any sense. Because if there's no way you can win the game, maybe as well just do something strange. Maybe that's the way. Maybe somehow something strange that you don't understand will be the right thing. But no, it usually isn't. So I get my gold back in a little... Actually, this is what... Well... This is not really my gold back, because I would have gotten 20 gold from the arena. But anyways, we'll see what I get in my back. Essentially it's a free pack for gold 7 wins, that's what it usually works. And it's not free protector, I already had a couple of those, but oh well. Keep your OPC over and out, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, comment, like, subscribe, whatevs. Have a good day.